Hello and welcome back. In today's video I'll be giving the breakdown of what happened with the Jisung and Sowon situation that took place around the same time. So first off, let me start off with saying that if you're not black, have mental illness, disabilities or affected by any of the things I'll be talking about, don't think you have the right to accept any of their apology, and please don't speak over those that are the ones being affected. I'll start off with Sowon as it was the one I heard of first. Gfriend's Sowon is under criticism by international fans for a now deleted Instagram post in which she posed with a mannequin wearing a Nazi uniform, which later on Source Music released an official apology. Now let me give the timeline of how this situation went down, and then I will explain to you why fans are angry at Sowon. 1. Sowon posted a picture of her with a Nazi mannequin whilst doing romantic poses towards the mannequin. 2. Not long after it was posted, her fans started to call her out and try to educate her because it was picture with a Nazi mannequin. 3. Like I said previously, not long after fans started calling her out, she deleted the photo and then proceed to go on Weverse and say she deleted the pictures because she didn't want Buddy's Gfriend fans to get jealous. 4. After a couple of days, Source Music released an official apology. Now that I've explained everything in chronological order, let me explain why Sowon is in the wrong and why the apology will never be truly valid. The pictures was taken in a cafe in Korea back in November whilst the group Gfriend was shooting some group content. A lot of people have been saying that there's no way she would have known it was a Nazi soldier. But let me explain to you why that is wrong. 1. WW2 is taught in Korea, it's a big part of there, so there's no way you can tell me that a grown adult, someone that is in university or has graduated, doesn't know about World War II. These people using the "she didn't know" or "it's not majorly taught in Korea about World War II" card after are actually infantilizing a grown woman and claiming that she's not educated about a topic that is most definitely a major part of her country in the world, and that is definitely taught in schools in Korea. Someone on Twitter made a post about this. I'll insert a few of their points proving this excuse unusable. Second point, the clothing has Nazi symbol on it. If she or any of the staff had just taken the time to quickly look at it, they would have recognized that it was a Nazi uniform. Now let's assume she didn't know, so what in right kind seemed okay to try and make a joke about a serious matter that your fans are trying to address you about and correct you seemed okay. Her behavior and reaction to the situation in either possibilities is not okay or cute at all. And as K-pop fans, we shouldn't be normalizing educating grown men and women on topic that they should already be educated on and aware of, and then give them credit for doing the bare minimum after fans had to reach out to them and educate them on something they should already be well versed about on their own. I've also been seeing people comparing Irene's situation to Sowon's, which absolutely ridiculous. The situation are in no way the same. Yes, Irene may have or had an attitude issue, but she didn't joke about it when people called her out. She apologized on multiple occasions months apart and showed sincerity in her apology. But as for Sowon, the company apologized for her, letting her not take any responsibility for her actions and blaming the mannequin being there on a staff. I would quote what they said, but I'm too lazy, so let me just give you a quick summary. They basically said it was the staff fault, or that they take responsibility for not making sure that the props in the cafe were suitable and not offensive. Speaking of the cafe, a lot of people have been saying that it's the same cafe from Goblin, it's in Korea, etc. That why didn't the owner do something about it, and what about the actors that have gone there? The thing is that they didn't go and pose with the mannequin. But that's not what triggered fans, it was when she deleted the photos for the wrong reason and joked about it on Weverse. That's what made me lose hope, and it was really disappointing to see her react to the situation like that. Whilst I'm on Gfriend topic, I want to talk about sinb who. Back in 2016 during a Gfriend v Live or something like that, I'll insert the photo evidence. sinb, another Gfriend member, saved Sowon's contact name as Hitler. Now the word Hitler is derived from her explanation Hitler plus her last name Kim, therefore the origin of the word. So there's a clear correlation that there's a good chance Sowon knows about World War II and some of its history. Now I don't want anyone to come from yuju, I thought I would just mention this too because people have been bringing it up as the whole Sowon situation was happening. Quick recap, so basically yuju featured on a song with a rapper, and in the song offensive things related to WW2 was brought up, and I want to clarify that she was just featuring on a song and the rapper is the one that wrote the lyrics that had, in it. Speaking of offensive words, let's move on to the Han Jisung situation. So a few days ago, a Straykids anti that know for spreading bad rumor about Straykids exposed Han for saying slurs in a rap he wrote when he was 13, which was about 8 years ago. That contained, for example, racial, fatphobic, disability and mental illness slurs. This is the rap. In the wake of that, fans and people that were offended by what he said demanded an apology. Like I said in the beginning of the video, if you aren't black, disabled or have mental illness or have anything related to the slurs being said, please do not think that you have an opinion about whether what he said was wrong, right, or that you have the right to accept his apology or any apology. A lot of people were really disappointed, as he should have known better as a 13-year-old, and at that time he schooled in Malaysia. So there's a good chance he knew what the words he was saying meant. But what most accounts that were spreading awareness of the rap in order to get JYP Entertainment's attention failed to mention is that he had apologized before. During pre-debut he has apologized, but JYP Entertainment deleted it. Now I can't confirm this first apology, but so far based on my research there hasn't been anyone that has come out and say this information is false. Then during a V Live he brought it up but didn't go into detail about the rap, and he apparently then, now I can confirm this one. The reason I'm mentioning this is that if you're trying to bring awareness and let people know about what their fave did wrong, you should give all the facts and information and try to your best ability not to leave anything out in order for them not develop a one-track mindset without having the full context. With Jisung being dragged on social media with this scandal, Jisung actually got dragged into this, with some fans confusing the both of them and some NCT antis trying to drag NCT Jisung and give a bad rep for something he has nothing to do with. And make stays look like NCT antis. Not long after this took place, like less than 48 hours, Han released an apology, where he took responsibility and said that regardless of his age he should have known better and is sorry. This incident didn't just expose Han's past but also exposed a lot of stays for being racist and showing that they don't care about those who were affected. Personally, for me as a black person, I accept his apology and I'm glad JYP let him give an official apology and own up to his mistakes. A lot of fans that struggled from on all the other things he had said in his rap in an offensive way were really hurt, and I completely understand if they'll have a hard time trusting or support the boys again. And I'm sorry to those who got triggered. I find it sincere, as he has apologized before on multiple occasions on his own free will without being called out or dragged for anything and just apologized for it. So for me those are actions of growth, remorse and sincerity. But let me just say he's proven he's more conscious about his actions and words, but if I catch him slipping one more time, ha ha ha, things won't be cute. But I hope with my whole heart it won't happen. For those who choose not to forgive him or accept his apology, that's okay, that's their choice. But please don't compare two different situations of racism or someone saying slurs to another person doing the same, as each situation is different and the actions after the incident are too. Well, that's it for today's video. Stay safe and stay woke. You know the drill. If you enjoyed this video or found it informative, please hit the like and subscribe button. Till next time.